This is my 2015 Audi S5, which we rebuilt as the first car we ever messed with on Salazar's Cars, and I've enjoyed every minute of this ownership experience. It's a V6 manual transmission, and it has incredible supercharger whine. I'm not lying when I say this car is pretty much the perfect spec for me. But what if Audi made an SUV version? We've actually found one, and at a price point that you probably weren't expecting.
Looks like we're going up against a guy from Michigan. Oh, there's two guys from Michigan. It runs and drives. I would be surprised if it sold for honestly less than 3. I'm doing it because it would be a steal. Wow, really?
Whoa, congratulations.
All right, well, it has to be approved.
Okay.
$3,200 for a running and driving Audi Q7 with the same supercharged V6 as what's in the S5 that we rebuilt. That would be a pretty good deal. And again, no accident history, just minor dents and scratches. I'm just hoping that it's fixable and within a reasonable budget.
So this is a Q7. It's the same year as our S5, so a 2015. It's in the same Daytona Gray Pearl, and it has the same V6 supercharged engine. Just north of $3,000 for a running and driving, clean title, 10-year-old Q7? Don't mind if I do. This is the only SUV Audi sells with 3-row seating. I love the styling, I love the color, and I really love the price, 95% off its original MSRP. But, as you might expect, it comes with downsides. Perhaps some we weren't even aware of in the moment. Now, apart from the fact that she's extremely dirty, which we'll take care of in this video, it has a bit of a rust problem. This is the tow hitch, which is nice that it comes with this, but you can see it's been blasted by what I suspect is salt, because this car was a snowbird. You can see these lovely Michelin snow tires, which don't really make a lot of sense for Florida, but they are in pretty good shape. They're only a few years old. We have some pretty rusty brake rotors behind that and questionable brake pads. You can see even our lug nuts are fairly rusty. The windshield is a bit cracked. You can see there's our suspect. The headlights are pretty faded and discolored. We have some questionable corrosion on our wheels and one little dent on the driver rear door. Oh, and did I mention one of our tires is flat? So honestly, not the worst exterior for a $3,000 car, but the interior is actually super minty. A bit dirty, but also minty. It's a pretty disgusting combo. Now, engine-wise, she runs and drives, but that's there's a lot of stuff that runs and drives that probably shouldn't, and since this is an engine that I am quite familiar with at this point, I figured we could work with whatever we're given. This was purchased sight unseen, and that might catch up to us, but I, again, love these engines, and I love the fact that Audi decided to put this in such a large car. Now, we do have a dipstick, and I was told that it has oil, pressure, and that it is filled appropriately. We're going to clean this off. You can see our min and max there. The reason why we want to clean this, if you're wondering, is because we're going to dip this back in, and that will show us a pretty defined oil level once it's fully seated. So we'll do that, pull it back out. Look at that, right in the middle. Oil's a bit dirty, but at least it has oil. I'd prefer that over the opposite. And you can see there's a lot of sludge, and especially on this side of the block. For some reason, the other side's very clean. This side is yeah, this is pretty gunky, and I'm hoping that it's not a blown head gasket, because that wouldn't be fun to fix. Let's see, I wonder, holy cow, dude, this is, that thing is on there. Uh-oh. Tommy, is that oil, or is that water, or?
Bad news, Greg. That looks like coolant.
That's coolant. How on earth did coolant get there? This is not what I think it is it?
Maybe someone poured it in there by accident?
Maybe someone poured coolant in the...
Just a drop?
That has to be what it was.
And you'll be okay?
It's totally not a blown head gasket.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
I think this is the coolant reservoir. This is a different location than in the S5, but I'm just curious if it's the same... It should be the same color coolant that we used there. Oh, wow. Dude. Is this, like, stuck? Okay, there we go. There's so many questionable things going on right now. There's like no coolant in here. You know, I wonder if the engine ate it all. You don't want to be running this car for too long. And it was apparently driven all the way here from about half a mile outside the neighborhood. So, yeah. Alright, so maybe we're off to a rough start, but that's how these things typically go. You buy something sight unseen hoping for the best, but there are usually pretty good reasons why high mileage cars like these are dumped at auction. And I was about to find out why this one was. See, the delivery driver mentioned the car needed jumping. Not uncommon for cars that sit for long periods of time, but the problem with this particular model is that the physical battery is under the driver's seat, because Audi thought that would be a great location for it. And this needs to be moved around a bit for access. And to do that, of course, you need power, so it's a bit like circular logic. Okay, nothing a jump pack can't handle. This battery was huge, by the way, one of the largest you can buy for consumer vehicles that aren't hybrids or fully electric, and the voltage was extremely low. So I made one quick trip to the local auto parts store. With a core swap, I was set back another $230. Can you believe that is nearly 10% of the total price of this car just for a replacement battery? They are getting expensive. Now, after bolting down and wiring it in place, I confirmed that all accessories worked, including the seats and the windows, and then attempted a cold start. And there we have it, success. Now, it does sound admittedly terrible. There are at least a few misfires in this thing, and something wonky is happening with the transfer case and or wheel bearings. I can't really put my finger on it yet, but that could all be tackled later. See, we had another problem on our hands. I thought that we had an electrically sound Q7 again, but quickly realized something was very, very wrong. After only a few hours, the car again failed to start. The doors wouldn't unlock and the dash wouldn't light up. I mean, surely the battery's okay, right? It's brand new. But nope, that was not the case. Down to 7.3 volts. There's a serious parasitic draw happening somewhere in this car's electrical system, and these can be a serious pain to diagnose. A quick Google search did point to stuck door handle sensors as the likely culprits, which meant that we'd have to tear into each door card and physically disconnect each door handle sensor after swapping another battery. If this one stays charged with the keyless entry sensors disconnected, then we've found our culprits, but only time would tell. Just German problems. We've much more investigating and cleaning to do in the meantime. We placed some bets here, Tommy. How many engine codes we're gonna have? Engine specifically.
3.
3?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 12, dude.
No way, that many?
I think we're gonna have so many problems with this. It's a brand new battery, I'm not worried about it, just chilling like so. Is this just gonna beep forever? Ah. Windows work. For some reason, I can't like automatically roll it all the way down in the front, but I can do it in the back. So, just Audi things. That will stop the beeping though with the door closed. Alrighty, so what do we have here? It's freaking out because the hood's open. I mean, at least like the basic sensors seem to be okay. 9 engine control faults. So we have an AC fault. We have 5 brake faults. We have 1 electronic central electric. That sounds like a real pain in the butt. We have 2 steering column faults. That might be why the power steering felt a little weird. 5 gateway faults. We have 5 driver's door electronics faults, which might be window or lock related. Comfort system center control module. We've got a TPMS issue that might explain the flat tire. Electronic central. Geez, there's 2 of these in this car. 2 more faults there. Passenger door electronics, 3 faults. Headlight regulation, there's a fault. Left rear door electronics fault. Camera system rear, there's 3 faults somehow. There are, let's see, there's 1 comfort control. How many central modules are there? You ready for this, Tommy?
Let's send it.
Here's our laundry list. So ABS brake control module, readout DTC, coolant pump for charge pressure cooler, no signal. Coolant pump. So that's like our thermostat or our coolant, that's the water pump. Yeah, water pump, yep. And then cylinder 6 misfire. Hide cylinder, yeah, that's a new one. Cylinder 3 misfire. So we've got cylinder 6 and cylinder 3, just having fun. Random multiple cylinder misfire detected. So cylinder 5 misfire. So it looks like both banks are plagued with whatever issue is going on there. Power supply terminal 30 voltage too low. And this is a sporadic one. So this might be because of the battery. Yeah, so that looks good. And then passive sporadic engine control unit disabled. That I think is battery related as well. So the first, 6 or 7 that I just read off are all active or static. And a vast majority of those are misfire related. So it's possible we have, just from what I'm seeing here, a bad water pump. They die all the time in these cars. Not a huge deal, especially for this engine because we can access it so easily. The misfires are probably spark and coil related. There's a lot of carbon buildup that happens with these engines, even at lower mileage ranges, like 30 to 60K. You have pretty nasty gunk that builds up, and it can affect spark plug performance and the like. So possible we just have an issue there. I think when we decarbon the car, it'll sort itself out, but to be safe, we might end up just replacing the spark plugs and coil packs anyway. I feel like we cleaned it up. We replace the water pump, maybe do the thermostat while we're at it. We'll take the supercharger off. That's kind of got to come off anyway to decarbon it. I think it's got good bones, man. There's just something, I've got a good feeling about this car now. All of a sudden.
You know, that water pump could explain the coolant that we saw in the cap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be optimistic, Greg.
Yeah. Let's not have to do a head gasket, please. Please. And the timing issues that these cars tend to have, like the newer model years aren't as bad, but timing chains are in the back of this car, which means if we want to service the chains and the tensioner specifically, the entire engine and transmission has to come out. And we have to detach the transmission from the engine and then remove timing covers at the back.
Oh.
So yeah, people that were saying, oh, you should have done timing chains on the S5 while you had the chance. No, I didn't have the chance because that would have involved like 10 times more work. Trying to get by without doing that. I don't think I want to spend that much time on this car. I really don't. If I wanted to take it to a shop, it'd probably cost a few $1,000s. I only paid a few $1,000s for the car, so we have to keep that in mind here. If you're screaming at me, Greg, why are you not giving this car the full treatment? It's because it's only worth $3,000.
You think this was in a flood?
It does look like a lake in here.
It does look a little suspicious.
This is just disgusting. Either it was never cleaned in the 130,000 miles it was on the road, or it was in a flood. I don't see how any other explanation makes sense here. I mean, it wasn't in a desert. It has snow tires, and it was from Michigan. There's no deserts in Michigan.
There's a quarry.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this car up. We're gonna do the exterior first. We're gonna focus on the engine bay as well with our power washer, and then we're gonna move to the interior. And we're gonna try to clean all this up and then pull it into the garage.
Can we power wash the interior?
At this point, I think anything helps. Good old Briggs and Stratton, Tommy. This thing is not the strongest. It's electric, but it gets the job done for my needs here at home. And just a couple hoses later. You think that's watertight, Tommy?
Judging on the interior, no.
We'll find out.
Wow.
Well,
That looks way better.
yeah, what water alone will do. And yeah, this is pretty night and day. I mean, it's still obviously got a lot of staining and stuff. A lot of this we can get up with some harder scrubbing. You see, I'm getting that up right there just by scrubbing with my finger. So we can still touch this up more, but a lot of this is coming off anyway for maintenance. It's going to get dirty again. So we'll focus on the details later. But for now, most of the loose dust in the engine bay has been taken care of. Now we're going to take the front seats out. We're going to clear some way for steaming the carpets and vacuuming, and probably some scrubbing as well. We're gonna use a lot of disinfectant to get a lot of the grime and smell out of this car. It's not too bad, honestly. I'm probably gonna end up power washing actually a lot of the door sills just because it's gonna be easier. I'm not worried about water getting in because we're about to have a lot of water in those carpets. Got the passenger seat pushed all the way to the back. That exposes these two triple squares. One of these just needs a little cover popped off. There we go. That went into the abyss. We'll find it later. man, those are super stubborn. You could make the case I shouldn't be using an impact. We'll be all right. So we need to pop this outer one off first. Leave it, yeah, just unclips. I didn't break that one, surprisingly. And then for the seat belt, we have to push this down. And you can see it sort of latches in right there. So just pull up on that, there we go. Unbuckles, and there you go, seat belt detached from the seat. Is he alive?
No, I pulled him out.
Oh my gosh, dude, I thought he was alive. Like, what?
Hey, buddy.
That's good. What is that?
It's some kind of beetle.
It's like a stink bug or something. There we are. Red, yellow, green. All right, now here comes the fun part. This seat weighs like 150 million pounds. If it was any heavier, it'd probably collapse on itself and create a black hole. I'm gonna try to manhandle this myself.
You want me to go on sticks? We'll both
no,
get it.
no, I got this, Tommy. I got this.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, we're sure.
Remember,
We're doing
it's
it.
two.
We're doing it for the gram. Here we go.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay. I gotta lean
Wow.
it this way without breaking too much stuff. Maybe that wasn't the best way to do it. This headrest is too high. There we go. Okay. Golly.
Oh man.
I don't know why they make these seats so dang heavy.
Remember, lift with your back.
Yeah, you lift with your back, right? That's how you ensure you don't have back problems later. Okay.
Wow, you did it.
150 million pound seat out. And yeah, you want to show them some of the goo? So areas of the car we would never have reached had the seats still been installed when we deep cleaned. So a lot of gunk there. And then further back, you get a little Hershey kiss. You see that, Tommy? Get yourself a little Hershey kiss.
Some money in there too.
Oh, hey, I'll take money.
They stopped making those. They're worth money. Those pennies?
The pennies?
Yeah.
I'm keeping all my pennies from here on out. I'm gonna tell my kids those were dollar coins. One big triple square. This one's actually, this looks new.
Look at that.
Looks like someone's been in here, at least on this side before. Driver's side though, looked pretty rough. The other one is also very clean. Oh, what?
Money?
Oh, dude. The lock for the lugs.
There you go.
What is one of these doing in here? Are we missing one somewhere?
A spare.
Wow, dude, I would have never found that. That's nuts. Oh, dude, this carpet is just so gross. Ugh. Wow. That is the most overcomplicated thing I've ever seen. You see this? The Detroit Tigers.
It's a game stub?
Yeah, it's a game stub.
25 bucks.
25 bucks, 2017. Here's the before, and hopefully we have a decent after for you. Time to vacuum. Dude,
What?
it is alive, man. Look at that.
Wait, that's the one we pulled out of the car.
Yeah, he was just hibernating in there. That's disgusting.
Dude, that means the other ones are alive. It's his family.
Oh, I'm so glad we're deep cleaning this thing. That is so gross.
We gotta pull him out.
That looks like a stink bug, bro.
He needs his friends, his family. He's going back into the seat where he belongs.
Yeah, sorry. Don't get this on camera. That's so gross. We got our good old sanitizer and disinfectant. Use this a lot on the S5, and it gets rid of a lot of the moldy sort of smells. We also have some mold killer, which we might spray just to be safe. But this just gets rid of a lot of the gunk, the bacteria, and also helps things smell a bit fresher. So we're going to use this on the seats. I already used it on this frame here. So the seat actually sits on this. You can see how much cleaner this is, at least to the upper section of it. Some corrosion and stuff down below, but you won't see that when it's all back and installed. And considering this car has, again, about 130-ish thousand miles on the odometer, it's actually in pretty good condition. No tears in the leather, a few like small cracks and things, especially near the entrance of the seat. So when you slide your butt in, you tend to get a lot of wear on the outsides here. But this actually looks pretty darn good for its age. Oh my gosh.
That's some juice right there, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I would never want you to taste that.
Dude, this will give you like
That's bad.
emphysema, bro.
That's a stomach reset.
There's stuff floating in there. You see the stuff floating in there?
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, gross.
That's disgusting. All right, let's go ahead and dump it out. Oh, the hair. Oh, that is so nasty.
I feel like this is a little too close to your house.
Oh, plants will eat that up.
Oh.
Yeah, what about that hair? What are we gonna do about that?
That's butt juice.
Activate.
Look at that technique. It's nice.
I've been doing this a while. This has the upgraded Bose sound system, which is really nice. And I think there are even speakers up here in the dash underneath this grill. Wonder if they work. They might not work anymore. But it is a cool upgrade. I don't think that came standard on these Q7s. These air vents are pretty dusty, pretty dirty. Can't really get into there without disassembling the dash, but one thing we'll certainly do a bit later is run our ozone machine, which is going to get all of the nasty pathogens and things out of said vents. Should clean most of that, and that in combination with a new cabin filter, which we have here, is going to hopefully bring the AC system back to life. You think we're going to need to recharge it? It's probably low on refrigerant.
Yeah, probably.
Everything in this car is pretty low right now. You know, I wanted to open up this glove box, but you need to click a button to do that. It's electric because, you know, it's whatever, German, I guess, not surprised. Let's try turning on accessory power, and now let's see if it works. Ah, look at that. Hey.
What is in there?
Hey. Looks like some pills. Disinfect away. Aren't any stains. I'm just gonna lightly scrub. It's sort of like a suede or something in here. So just gonna go lightly, get up any of the smells, kill some bacteria. I don't think it's real Alcantara. This is a Q7, not a RS Q7. Although that would be a pretty sweet spec if they ever made it. Okay, and then just close it right back up. And now we're locked out until we give power back to the car. Weird Audi things. Honestly, I think the S5 was worse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if I had to guess. I don't... There are things about the S5 that were really bad, including the smell, which this doesn't have, thankfully. There's like a lot of pollen and dirt in here that the S5 didn't have, which is just making things a little more time consuming. You think this grime will come up with a bit of scrubbing, Tommy?
The DNA, you mean?
I've got a sneaking suspicion we can get this up with some hard scrubbing.
Oh, look at that.
That leather just bounces back. I'm assuming this is leather. Yeah, all that grime just comes right up with a bit of friction, bit of disinfectant. Wow. Yeah, I feel a lot better about shifting this into gear now. Deep cleans are always so satisfying, and this one turned out great. She cleaned up nicely with only a vacuum, steamer, disinfectant, and towels. Even the door sills, wheel arches, interior plastics, I mean, it all bounced back so well despite this car's age and mileage. If only its electronics and engine would do the same. All right, I've never taken coil packs out of the Q7 before. Let's see if they're in there. Actually, not that bad. This one actually looks pretty good.
I'm really curious what the spark plugs look like too.
Yeah. Yeah, these look okay. I'm getting a little worried here, Tommy. I was hoping we'd see something pretty obvious.
I think the plug's gonna tell the story.
Yeah, I can see all three in there. They are deep in there. Oh, that was really loose.
Oh, really?
Dude, I didn't even have to break that. That's not good. Why would you have a loose spark plug?
That's not good.
What? Who serviced this car last? Spark number 1.
Here we go.
Yeah. Doesn't look great. Dude, that's it. Did you get that? That was it. That was me breaking that loose. I can't believe it's that loose. That could, I mean, just that alone I think could explain it. Because you could lose compression that way, right? If your spark plugs are loose?
Yeah, that's definitely, there is a torque rating on them.
Yeah, and it's
And
certainly...
that's not it.
Yeah, no, like I said, that's not even a foot-pound. Like, I'm going to show you with this third one. If it's anything like these first two, I'm going to be able to loosen that with one finger.
Oh, man, one finger challenge?
No joke, no joke. I won't even go far away from center. I'll just, like... That's it. Like, that was nothing. I mean...
That's crazy.
This is about 1.5 feet away, and I'm giving it, I mean, it's just negligible force. So here's spark number 3. How we looking? Actually, this one looks really good.
Okay, that looks normal, Greg.
Yeah. These two here are like carboned up big time. And you can see the one on your right is much cleaner. I wonder if it's newer. And I think before we go any further, we're going to put those spark plugs, the replacements in. We're going to put the replacement coil packs in. We're going to see how the engine runs. If it runs a lot better, we don't have misfires anymore, we're good to continue. If it still runs like dog water, this is probably going in the water again. Unfortunately for the passenger side, airbox has to come out. And do you think there's anything in this overflow line?
Like something alive?
No, I mean like coolant wise?
No, I would say that's probably empty.
Okay.
Now, if there's something alive in that airbox, there's a good chance.
I might be able to get this.
There's a creepy crawly in there, Greg.
There probably is a creepy crawly thing or two or 20,000. There aren't many like aftermarket intakes for this car, which I suppose isn't a surprise because it's a big, family van, SUV type thing. And a lot of folks probably aren't interested in hearing supercharger whine in a big SUV, but I am. And so I'm probably going to end up like doing something custom, like with the intake side of things, because there's not a lot of support for this vehicle, even though it shares virtually the same engine with its sportier counterparts like the S4, S5, and SQ5. So that would be fun. Maybe follow up video, like 3D print some brackets to get like a cone-shaped filter and like a smooth tube all the way to the back, so we get that whine. You know what I'm talking about?
Instead of the
there we go. There it is. One coil, and I love that sound. Pretty bad. I mean, well, it's not terrible, but
definitely rich.
It's not great. It's like that Chernobyl show. Not great, not terrible. That's how he said it, right?
Was that one pretty loose too?
This was a little tighter.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. And we've got some parts from TRQ. So we got the coil packs in here as well as the spark plugs. And it's nothing fancy. I don't believe these are OEM, but they're decent. They don't look like that, by the way. Don't worry, I already checked. So they look just like the originals. And these are, brand new. They're in really good shape. So we're going to pop these in along with those spark plugs, replacement spark plugs, and we're going to see if the engine runs better. Going to clear the codes and give it a whirl. So 25 newton meters feels... Oh, that was it right there. Okay, that means this one must be close. Yep, there it is.
There you got it.
It's just that first one. Just got to get the feel for what 25 is. Yeah, dude. Those other spark plugs were not anywhere near that tight, dude. That is wild. Holy cow. All right, now the new coils should just be drop-ins, honestly. I guess we'll start with this one. We already opened it. And again, these are brand new. They should work. It's one big kit, right? You could, of course, mix different brands of sparks and coils. Just gonna set this one in. Try to move the harness out of the way to get it in there. Coils are generally pretty easy. I was hoping they wouldn't be difficult on this engine. This is direct injected, so might be a bit more stubborn. But to get back in, it's not too bad. And again, we're not using dielectric grease because we're gonna double it and pass it to the next person. This sort of just keeps additional tension on the harness. You don't want any of these coil packs not to get power. And that there should do it. And with the codes cleared, this is going to give us a fresh, clean slate. So we'll know what still is wrong with the car. Obviously, the door handles are disconnected for now. Let's go ahead and give it one more shot. See if this runs any better. We're going to jump, turn the ignition, see what happens. That's not a lot better.
Way better. Way better.
Could it be that simple?
Way better.
Dude.
What? No way.
She's shaking a little bit.
Oh. She didn't like that. She didn't like the pet. Oh no.
Oh, do you think it was the battery? I really wonder what this is gonna...
That face.
Okay, we had a bit of a miscommunication. This negative terminal is just chilling here. It's just hanging out.
It's off.
So we didn't have a battery connected. Obviously, the thing's gonna die after we disconnect the jumper. Okay, let's try this again.
All right.
Okay, let's disconnect this. All right. Okay. So I hear the injectors ticking, that's normal. But I also hear, Tommy hears it too. There's some knocking that shouldn't be happening. It's definitely top end though, it's not bottom end. I just don't know if it'd be weird to come from the supercharger. I'm gonna give it some gas. I think it's gonna make it worse, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas.
Full throttle.
Hey, if anyone knows what that is, help us out in the comment section. That sound is, it's somewhere near the supercharger. I don't want to say it's valve related, but it's not bad enough to where we can't, juice the car a bit. So all that said, I think this is still worth saving. I think it's worth putting more work into it since we no longer have that knocking. And once we hook our computer back up and rescan codes when the belts are off and replaced, we'll know for sure that those misfires are gone. But just audibly, I think you agreed too, Tommy, right? It doesn't sound like it's misfiring anymore.
Sounds way better.
Sounds way better, yep. So that has encouraged us to move forward. So I've got a 16 mil here, and what we're gonna do is relieve tension on that little tensioner pulley there. So I'm gonna actually push toward the camera, and you'll notice all the slack. Look at that, all the slack in this belt right here. And this is gonna slide off like so. I hope. There we go. And yeah, I mean that feels okay. This belt actually wraps all the way around the crank pulley. That's how it turns. So superchargers are belt driven from the engine. There is a bit of, I think, loss there, like power loss, because it's having to turn more components. But you get that back and then some from the supercharger itself. So old belt, it definitely needs to be replaced. And we've got both, that belt and the serpentine belt. Now the second one is going to be a little more difficult. I think the tensioner pulley on this one is, yeah, it's over here. It's in a slightly odder place. And which way do we go for this one? Okay, push down. So that way. Oh, this one's on there. The bolt should come out. Oh, there we go.
That's good.
Okay,
Good
sheesh.
idea,
I thought there was like one unit. There we go. Look how long
Oh my
that
gosh.
serpentine belt is. She's a big one. Golly. And it honestly is not in bad shape. This one actually looks pretty good. It's frayed a bit. Probably has some life left in it, but it's the whole while we're in there principle. And this is our drive belt replacement kit. It even comes with gloves.
Wow.
Check it out. Yeah, they're taking good care of us. So we've got, that looks like our supercharger belt. This is our serpentine belt, and then a bunch of replacement pulleys as well. So this thing's gonna run like a dream, at least up front. Yeah, all of this looks real good. One of those is supercharger, one of those is, I think that's the regular belt. That's the big guy we just took out. We've got old, and we've got new. Look at the front side
difference.
too. Yeah, this is gonna last a long time. Whew. Oh, dude, that's cracked. That's like actually split. And this is metal too. This is like iron or
Good
something.
thing you caught that.
Wow, that is not good. And again, just for a side-by-side here, cracked, not cracked. That's not good.
Dang.
What do you think the torque spec is on this
that?
tensioner pulley?
More than a spark plug, maybe?
Yeah, that feels pretty good.
Click.
Yep, click. We heard the click, folks. That's the one. Honestly, I don't know if I actually disclose this in the video, but
Oh no.
some of those S5 pulleys they're Guten tight.
Oh no.
Good old Guten tight. Yeah. They've so far, like 1,000 miles later, still working. Still working. So it goes around the crank and then around the tensioner and then back over and around the idler and then down to the, looks like the alternator, and then up to the water pump and then over to servo and then the AC and then back down. Alrighty. Let's try not to screw this up.
You got that?
God, dude. There's so much crap that drives off of this thing. I can see it. I can see it. Got it. Oh. That's the third time that's happened, and I've gotten lucky every single time. Oh, you see that, Tommy?
You're there. You're there.
This is just like on the S5, except with a different spec belt, because that one, of course, was tuned and stuff. So this one, it's a similar feeling, where there's just not enough slack yet, and the belt is, it's a very tight belt, so there's not a lot of give. Let me make sure that that's tight before we relieve tension. Here we go. You gonna try this one-handed?
Yeah, I will. Where's
Okay.
it? Where's the pin at?
It's right below the belt on the left side, so closer to you.
Okay, let's do
Right
it.
below the belt. Let me know if you feel it, and then I'll pull it. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, your fingers are right there.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel it.
You ready?
Okay. Out.
All right. And now watch as this tension suddenly springs into existence. Pretty good. It's honestly a little. I don't know. I feel like that should be a little tighter. But
I got the pin.
that's okay. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely important. All right, let's see now if the work we've done so far, it never hurts to do a sanity check, is paying off. So we're gonna try starting it. There we go. Let's hope nothing explodes. Tommy, stand back just in case. No belts flying off.
That's smooth.
Sounds great. Dude, that sounds
better.
That sounds really good. Ah, okay. And then that comes back once it idles low. That's not as bad though.
No, it's not.
I don't hear that at all. Well, I hear it, but it's faint. What we were reading, that might be like there's like some kind of clutch in the supercharger, and apparently a lot of them cluck like that. My S5 doesn't, for some reason, but this one seems to. Other than that, though, that's a pretty healthy idle. That sounds a lot better. Let's get a couple revs real quick. I think that sounds so much better than how it started. So we're definitely on the right track, and again, I think bottom end we are okay. These engines are actually really reliable, at least like the internals, but a lot of the exterior stuff, you know, the water pumps, the accessory sort of components, those things go out, much like most other vehicles under high mileage situations. But, you know, just goes to show that with a bit of maintenance and upkeep, you really can get over 100,000 miles on a semi-modern European engine. So yeah, I think that about does it for now. Let's head to the hardware store. We'll touch up a few other things and then try driving this.
Meanwhile.
Now we've got a replacement battery in our key. I think it was dead, and that was one of the reasons why we couldn't lock or unlock the car with it. Let's try now with the new battery in both the car and the key fob. Let's see if it locks and unlocks. I'm nervous.
Oh!
Hey, let's unlock. Hey!
Yes!
All right.
That's awesome.
That was it. It was just a battery issue. That's a very small win, but it goes a long way when dealing with a car like this. So let's start it back up one more time, make sure everything's good, and then we're gonna clear the codes once again, and we'll see which ones are still sticking. I'm hoping the misfire codes are gone, and I'm hoping that we no longer have the parasitic draw because we've disconnected all of the keyless entry sensors.
Okay.
That was like instant. All right, so these are all of the pre-existing faults in the car. What we're gonna do is quick erase. That's gonna wipe all these faults, and then we're gonna turn the car back on, let it run for a bit, and then see what codes pop up. Not worried too much about most of these because we haven't addressed a lot of this. We're still gonna get issues with the door sensors because they're outright disconnected now, so those will probably show open circuit. But the engine stuff is what I'm really concerned about. I wonder if those misfires are gonna go away once we start it back up. No check engine light. No EPC light either. Let's see if it stays like that. I'm not sure. I think the traction control light is because of the TPMS. I could be wrong. Not seeing engine anymore.
That's good.
That's nice. Give her a couple baby revs. Idle's great. No vacuum leaks because it's just chilling right at about 700, 750. Wow, that's fantastic. It looks like we've gotten rid of every single misfire just by replacing spark and coil.
Day 2.
So it's been a day or two or however many. These videos are usually filmed over like a week or more. Don't show them our door handle. Please don't. It's just this one. Right? We ordered all 4 replacement door handles. They're unpainted, so we're going to get them painted probably by the same guy that painted our S5. Shouldn't be too much because it's a fairly small piece on each door. But that should fix the cosmetic issue and hopefully the tap to unlock issue as well, which doesn't work on any of these doors. But I have been periodically checking the battery voltage to make sure from the 12 volt that nothing has been pulling power over time like it was originally. So it's already a good sign. The car actually unlocks and opens. It wasn't doing that after 2 days before. Let's flip this seat. Just the Germans, man. I don't know. Flip this seat back, and Tommy, I'm gonna probably give you that with one hand again. And let's see, are we on DC? All right, tell me what you read. I'm hoping it's good news.
It's 0.
Would you stop?
12.3, 12.4.
Oh, that's money. That's exactly what it was when we first measured it. So that means we haven't had any voltage drop over the past 2 or 3 days.
That's awesome. You
That's
fixed
great.
it.
It probably starts right back up. And all we did was disconnect these door lock sensors. That's it. Like, and again, the forum saved me here. There's no way I would have known this from the start. But disconnecting all the door lock sensors, which I believe are all stuck closed, has stopped that parasitic draw. There are, again, a couple other electronics things that I think we're probably going to hash out in the next video. But just to get this car rolling, because that would be a pretty sweet goal for this very cheap car, we're going to change the oil. We're going to change, we're not going to change we won't flush the coolant, but we'll top off the coolant because I think it's low. And then we'll try to patch that passenger rear tire and roll it out. Also a couple trim bits and pieces that we have as well, ordered from eBay, that are gonna help touch up some things. I think actually, I wanna show them, is it this door here? No, it's not, well, actually it's on the door card, so that would be back here. We've got a bunch of pieces that are just kind of all laying around. Yeah, this one. So this rear door card has a, it's a broken light here. So, like, you know, small stuff like this. I noticed that when we got the car. So that was like $5. That came in. We're going to replace that. There's also a trim piece up here in the rear view mirror. I'm just making Tommy run all over the place. So that little trim cover for the wires running to the mirror I ordered that as well. Yeah, just a few other things like that. So we're gonna make this car look pretty dang good. The wheels look rough. Maybe that's addressed in the next video as well, but I don't want to spend too much money up front.
Now this next part was a complete fail. Something that should be simple, removing a wheel and tire for servicing, was nearly impossible. In fact, for us, it was impossible. Being a northern car from the Rust Belt, things were a bit sticky, as you can imagine. The hubs were rusty, the bolts were rusty, and nothing seemed to want to play ball. We tried breaker bars, hammering, blowtorching, and impacting at over 100 PSI, to no avail. This is the first time we've ever had to give up on something on this channel. We simply don't have the tools to take this any further. Perhaps it'll hold air long enough for us to at least lug this car to a tire shop, where it can be someone else's problem.
Couldn't get the tire off, but she's holding air. Enough for now. We still need to change the oil, top off coolant. We'll take it for a spin in a much more safe state now, hopefully.
You gonna put some Toyo tires on this?
Might need to put some Ling Longs on it.
Whoa!
You gotta save money, dude. We gotta stick to the budget, which, bro, you cooked my center cap.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Wow, thanks. That was a good center cap.
That's a marshmallow now.
Yeah, what is this?
You said send it.
Okay, but not in the center cap.
Well, it kind of caught on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to mention that part.
It does look like that.
There's some fluid that caught fire.
Well, it's not the worst thing that's happened to this SUV. This is still Audi's best. It is. But this one just needs a lot of loving.
The Quarry 7.
The Quarry 7. Let's see. So I think coolant is over on this side, Tom. It's a little different than the S5 layout. And if I recall, we don't have a ton of it in here. So as with most cars, you can see there's a max level in there, but there's also a min, and it's only, I would say, a centimeter or two below that. Now I can see coolant in the reservoir, but it's noticeably lower than the minimum level, so we shouldn't need to add too much. Whether or not it'll stay at that level, though, is the big question. So we're supposed to use 5W30, right?
I think so.
Okay. In here, right?
Oh, in there, no.
That's what I was curious. I was gonna see if you'd let me do it. You think I can just like dump it in, Tommy?
I think you have the skills, my friend.
I think I got the skills. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Not too bad.
Just like filling up a PC water cooler.
Yeah, I can see the level in there. I'm just gonna top it off. Right about.
When are we gonna do a custom loop?
Technically, these are all custom loops. There we go. So that's much better. Now we are just below max. You know, I didn't think about the fact that this was idling for a little while. I just like pulled the cap off without even, it did not occur to me. That could have been very bad. Please make sure your car is not up to temp when you pop radiator cap off or overflow tank cap. Alrighty, that's fully locked in, and we've got replacement oil, we got the filter, we got the crush washer, a little drain plug. Let's go ahead and do a quick oil change in this car and be on our way.
A few moments later.
My God.
What do you see?
I see a time bomb down here. Like legit, like this is not good. Whoa, Nelly, that is not good. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? That's a front sway bar. And that thing is rusted out big time. It's actually kind of exploding now. It's like the outer layers just falling away. That doesn't have too much life left in it. You think we could go off-road with that, Tommy?
Yeah, I say we send it, Greg.
I think we can go off-road with this. You want some pieces of it, Tommy?
For later?
I'm giving away samples. Pieces of our front sway bar. Granted, that's like the outer coating, but still, underneath that is pure rust.
Oh boy, Greg.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely an assault mine. I don't think it was in a quarry. I think it was an assault mine. They drove this car underground to extract salt. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, this rust is not, like, all the way through. Like, I'm sure if we... What would be, like, CO2 blasting? Like, with the dry ice? We could probably clean up most of this. So I think a bulk is surface level. The sway bar is pretty cooked, though. Control arms, suspension... Thank God this isn't on air ride. It's not great, but not terrible. I think we just have to take this one out, possibly loosen these under the bumper just to pull this panel out. And we should have access to that drain plug. It's pretty far forward.
Do you know what movie that is from? Use the Force?
Damn it, I can't see these. Yeah, that's Star Wars. We think I'm I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put that.
You should bleep it. You should leave it and bleep it.
Just leave it. Oh my god, dude! What is this?
What's
Bro,
happening right now,
this is the ugliest shank I've ever seen. Dude, these screws.
Oh no.
Look at that. I don't even have to remove that one. You can just twist it off. Dude.
You need a safety mask.
Yeah.
Where's your PPE?
I know. Oh my god, dude.
No way. You're just ripping pieces of the car off.
Yeah. That's cooked. Like that was definitely harboring salt. Here's you another one, Tommy. Add to the collection.
Cheers. Does it fit? Yeah.
It fits just barely. The problem is, again, oil's gonna go all over that subframe, and oh god, I hate that. I was thinking about using like a funnel, like angling it, but I know that's gonna backfire so quick. I've seen too many TikTok videos. I don't want oil in my face, so I think I'm just gonna let it ride and then clean up the aftermath.
You wearing your good shirt to change oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be all right. There's actually some permanent stains in this that haven't come out in like 3 washes, so it's already kind of toast.
So yeah, leave it to Audi to position an oil drain plug directly above a front subframe. Not ideal in the slightest, but it's the hand we've been dealt. It's just gonna get messy. Our large container kept most of the splashing at bay, and as things slowly transitioned to a dribble, we shifted our attention once again to the top of the engine to clean up some of the sludge around the oil fill cap especially. Hopefully just a result of said cap itself being loose at some point possibly. Not sure how else oil could have gotten here. It just seems like an odd location. Next came the filter, and this might surprise you, it was torqued to about 1,000,000 foot-pounds, so the spark plugs were literally loose, but the filter housing was tightened by Hercules. Got it.
All right, I'm gonna use an impact on this, which I don't really want to do, but it is so dang tight, bro. And I happen to have a 36. Don't ask why I have that. It's like the one size that I have anywhere close to this. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
This battery's almost fully charged. Oh man. That's like all the beans. Well, I'm very sorry you guys didn't see what just happened. Tommy had to put the camera down. We probably should have gotten sticks out here, but I was unsure if it would even work. We had the good old extension for our breaker bar. Basically turned into a long one, and it actually popped free. And it took almost all of my body weight, about 2.5, 3 feet away. So that tells you how much torque went into tightening that. Whoever did that used an impact gun 100%. That's not how it's supposed to be. So now you can see she turns freely. I'm hoping that's just the top cover and not the entire housing, because we'd be in trouble. And a good thing though, just from looking at it here in the light, there aren't any big metal bits or anything.
That's good.
So I think bottom end's probably okay, just based on this. Also, we didn't see any coolant in the oil. We didn't see any water in the oil or anything. So I think bottom end's fine. We're gonna set it in just like so. And then what do you think, Tommy? I'm feeling 346 foot-pounds.
That's what it was at.
Yeah, we definitely had that before.
Sure.
I'm gonna go hand tight and then probably like a quarter turn or something. I'm just gonna turn until I feel enough resistance here. Yeah, like that's already pretty tight. Honestly, I'm not gonna go any harder than that. You don't usually need to. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to block your view there.
You're
I'm
good.
gonna bring this in, clean up a bit of dripping left. It'll probably still be dripping, but clean up a tad. Put our drain plug in. We'll put our cute little funnel like that. Well, okay, I'll just hold it like this. And we'll do a slow pour. So we're gonna use this entire 5-quart jug here, and then we're gonna need to use about another half of a second. So she's a thirsty girl. Here we go. You know, Tommy, now that I'm looking at it, I think the oil was actually pretty recently changed in this car. And then we had a bit of clean oil get stuck around the lip, around the cap. I think that's what we were seeing. I'm pretty sure that was actually clean synthetic. Because I see it now, like the same thing happened just now because we had a little bit of overspill.
Oh, maybe they topped it off.
Yeah, and it looks identical. Yeah, they probably did. They probably topped it off because this does eat oil. It is really nice that this engine does have a dipstick because the S5 didn't, which is a bit of a shame. This is a quick sanity check here. We want to make sure that our level is correct. So we're going to clean this off first for a baseline. We're going to toss it in. And then we're going to pull it back out. We'll see where that line is. Look at that, almost halfway, Tommy.
Ooh.
Almost spot on. Now again, because these love to chew through oil, I'm probably gonna add another half a quart just to be on the higher side because it will inevitably drop with time. You ready, Tommy?
Let's do this. I'm excited.
I'm a little nervous.
Let's get stuck.
Just a little. Do you think we're gonna have a way to get out if we close these all the way?
Do the windows work?
And there are no switches.
How about the sunroof?
I've never used that. I don't know if that actually works or not.
We'll be safe. We'll go out through the sunroof.
Or, yeah.
Or the back, the rear hatch.
The rear hatch, maybe. Or we'll have to wait till Lisa gets here. She'll let us out.
Don't go underwater.
Okay. So that sound that you heard there,
Yeah?
that sound, according to the comments, and I have no reason to think this isn't true, was actually the oil pressure for the timing chain tensioners, I believe. They're oil pressure driven, and so because we had just changed the oil, right, there wasn't a lot of residual left over in the back, and so I think that's what that was. And then right when it pressured up, then the engine ran a lot better. That's the explanation I'm going with because it's the most optimistic one. Does our sunroof? Oh, it does! Dude, these always go out. It's actually pretty impressive that that works. Now let's try the glass. So that's this button here. Oh, that's the rear one. Let's try the front one. Where is the front one? Oh, it's this. I forgot on the Q7s it's weird. That's supposed to open it. Well, damn. I really thought that was the one. Maybe we have to close that to make this. Nope. All right. Guess we just have a moonroof.
My butt's getting hot.
Oh. Why are these on? Oh, well, it's a winter car, Tommy. I guess that makes sense. And at least we know that that works. Does the AC work? Does it smell okay?
There's something coming out. I don't know what that is.
Maybe we should turn it off.
Actually, it's nice and cold.
It feels good. Yeah, I mean, we could always top it off and recharge it, but it feels pretty good. Yeah, I was hoping we could open the sunroof so we get some air through here. It's a little,
Should I put my seatbelt on?
it's a little sticky. You should probably put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
By the way, we didn't do that in the GTR videos earlier because those seatbelts were locked out. We weren't on any main roads. We're just in like a closed area here inside this neighborhood. Always wear your seatbelts, kids. Parking brake. Car's idling okay. Let's give it a whirl.
All right.
What is that sound? Is that the wheel?
Wheel bearings? I don't know. Brakes? Oh, you haven't.
Oh, yeah, it could be
driven in a
brakes.
while.
Oh, yeah, these brakes are actually garbage, so
Uh-oh.
now we're locked
Now
in.
we're locked in.
Oh, how do we unlock?
Well, what was that handle thing?
No, well, that's the door handle.
Oh.
But how do we actually unlock the... Oh, no! I did not
That's a
think
for
about
later
that.
problem, Greg.
Dude, do you hear that?
That sounds like all four wheel bearings.
Let's try harder brakes.
Oh, yeah.
They are so bad. The brakes are so bad.
It kind of worked, huh?
Yeah, I didn't slam them hard because I didn't want to like make the car explode, but let's try here. We'll give it a little harder. Hold up, Tommy.
Yeah. 5
Yeah.
business days.
I wouldn't want to take this on the freeway as is, not with Florida traffic. But you know what? Like mechanically it feels fine. Like the engine feels smooth. The accelerator feels good. It shifts. It's a little rough on the shifts, but it is shifting, so that's nice. And we just hear the bearings. Well, I'll tell you, the wheels are liking that right there.
Can we go in here?
You want to go off-road?
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more loop around here.
It's like an autocross gymkhana.
Yeah, now this is what Quattro is all about. All right, Quattro is all about off-road. So let's just do that.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh, weird bumps and things in here. Look at that. That's Quattro for
To
you.
the sky.
You like that?
I do.
That was nothing, man. That was like no beans. It's just effortless.
Hey!
All right, I'm officially impressed.
That was fun.
Dude, I think I bottomed out a couple times.
No way, really?
I'm pretty sure going up that first hill. She's sliding a little bit.
Yeah! That's so fun. Whoa!
Isn't that cool?
Yeah!
That was a drift right there.
That's what I'm talking
Oh boy.
about. Nice.
Yeah, this thing rips. It rips. And she's so loud and clunky back there with all the door cards missing. Yeah, no, this thing is awesome. Money well spent. This, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking on the highway. But if I had to make a quick grocery store run, this is perfect for that. Let's test suspension. We're gonna go over the speed bump. Full beans.
Okay.
That's pretty stiff. No weird sounds. That wasn't bad. Granted, that was only one side of the car. That wasn't that bad. The shaking you're hearing is just because we have all the door cards off. So there's a bunch of metal and stuff flopping around.
Ooh, do your side, yeah.
Yeah, let's go to
Here we
this side here. Now I'm gonna really feel it. Feels pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah, honestly feels pretty good. We probably let all the air out of that rear tire. But this could have ended a lot worse. And I'm happy to report that we are mentally prepared for a part 2. So there will be more time spent on this car. I know it's not the most glamorous, glorious thing on the road. It's no Godzilla, it's no Ferrari, but she's a great family car. And for $3,000 plus labor and some cheap parts, we got her up and running again, and running smooth at that.
Ooh, send it.
She
Send it.
is oh yeah, I should have. It's not that bad.
No.
The suspension is actually fine. I'm kind of shocked. Our temperatures were right between C and H. So maybe we don't need a water pump. I'm gonna do it anyway, but maybe the water pump that's in here is actually fine. She's not overheating. And we still have a traction light and a couple others that we'll get to later. If I have to lug the kids somewhere, this just makes it much easier. Show them that,
How about
that
back
rear.
here?
Dude,
Yeah.
we've got all the seats down. You could sleep back there. No problem.
Wow.
That's actually, I think that's the biggest selling point of this car, is 3-row seats. You can't get that from any current Porsche. You can only get that from a modern Q7 or SQ7 from Audi. So this being one of the first ones one of the first models that they offered with 3-row seating in the sort of the modern era, I think really sets it apart from a lot of its competition. You know, if you want 3-row seating from other German manufacturers, it's tough to find. Man, this is great. This is awesome. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better conclusion, and I'm excited for part 2 on this one, which will probably come up right after this. I think we're gonna jump straight into the cleaning and just the general maintenance these cars need, especially at higher miles like this one is. So there you go. Proof that not all ultra high mileage German automobiles, especially big ones, are garbage. They can be driven, they can be fixed up, as long as you don't have any serious like bottom end damage or anything. Not jinxing it. The center console of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll fix
that's
that
how-
next time.
Yeah, I think that's a fuse. Again, I think we mentioned that earlier, but we're gonna try to fix that as well in the next one, because it would be really convenient to have a screen. Even though it's kind of small and old, a backup camera would be helpful, because I just drove into my grass just now. Great news all around then. So far we fixed a parasitic draw that rendered the car pretty much useless. We fixed the misfires, I believe. I hope that sticks, by replacing all 6 spark plugs and coil packs, which is not hard. Anybody could do that. We changed the oil, topped off coolant because that was low, and then made a few interior changes. We cleaned it up as well. That's a lot. That is a lot for just Tommy and I, and we're really happy with the progress we've made, but we're not done yet. So be sure to stick around for the next Q7 video where we actually tear into this engine to carbon clean it, because that is definitely needed. We can feel that. Just the lack of power in this motor is large part, I think, because of how caked these valves get. You can see here, it can get pretty disgusting. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. That's that red button down below, and sticking around for the next. My name's Greg. His name's Tommy. Thanks for building with us.